Hey friends, I want to share you my knowledge of Finance of Yoshi's 2 and how to beat 1020 mode. Since there is no other video for this game like this one and I thought I would try my best to make this video as best it can be. I am of course editing this myself and I want to try to expand my editing skills to get better at it, and it also gives me an excuse to try to make this video. This is the guy on beating 1020 mode on Finance of Yoshi's 2. I will split it up into 4 parts in this video. Those include what is the difference compared to Finance of Freddy's 2, my strategies on beating 1020 mode, that bug run killer, and my thoughts on beating 1020 mode, and is it harder than Finance of Freddy's 2? Let's get started. What is the difference between this game and Finance of Freddy's 2? Well, I decided to document and put in the section the difference from the time I played this game. I will tell you what is confirmed, and a little later I will tell you that what it is possible, but I could not confirm it. This game and Finance Freddy's 2 has a lot of similarities, so if I haven't mentioned something, it most likely means that it is the same as Finance Freddy's 2. In this section, I will repeat a lot of the same words, so bear with me, but it's necessary to know which is which. Let's get started with what I know to be true. Chili goes away by how many times you flash a light at him instead of how long you hold the light on him. Foxy and Finance Freddy's 2 mechanics are a little different than Wither Chili's mechanics in this game. Foxy is run by how long you shine a light on him, while Chili is how many times you flash at him before he goes away. Toy Chili can be used to bring up the mask and immediately remove the mask without getting a jump scare. On Finance Freddy's 2, when Mango's making that noise in the vent and you can hear it in the office, you're supposed to put down the mask and keep it on until she disappears. However, the Mango in this game, which is Toy Chili, is a little different from the mask, and you can put up the mask and drop it immediately and he should leave like you still have it on. You can wind up the music box or flash the hall or do other things without getting jump scared. I do not know if this works outside of 1020 mode, and I do not know if this is a bug or a feature. Vent Yoshis go in immediately and we put up the camera. On Finance of Freddy's 2, when BB, Toy Chica, Toy Bonnie, and Mango are in the vent and they are about to enter the office, they have some sort of a probability chance to enter the office depending on the difficulty, so it takes them a little extra time before they can get in the office if you pull up the camera or something like that. However, in Finance of Yoshi's 2, Mustard, Toy Onion, Toy Dano, and Toy Chili have no probability when they get in the office, and when they are in the last phase for entering the office, whenever you either pull up the camera or stay on the camera for a little too long, they will jump scare you. Multiple Yoshis can appear at the same time. On Finance of Freddy's 2, animatronics can only come in your office one at a time. However, in this game, the Yoshis can appear in your office at the same time. The highest I've seen is about 3 to 4 Yoshis. However, it could be as high as 6 Yoshis. Golden Yoshi can appear longer if you exit out the cameras too quickly. Finance of Freddy's 2, Golden Freddy will appear and disappear at the same time as soon as you see him. However, in Finance of Yoshi's 2, Golden Yoshi could stay in the office for longer if you pull up the cameras and immediately close them down. The longer you stay on cameras, the quicker he'll disappear when you close the cameras and put on the mask. Golden Yoshi jump scares if you pull up your mask too quickly and you don't let him disappear. On Finance of Freddy's 2, Golden Freddy, if you put down the mask for a few frames and put it back up immediately, you can see him disappear without getting jump scare. However, in Finance of Yoshi's 2, if you put up the mask and you still see him without the mask, he will jump scare you. Wither Dano can go through the vent or the hall. On Finance Freddy's 2, Wither Bonnie can go only through the vent. However, in Finance of Yoshi's 2, the Wither Bonnie in this game, which is Wither Dano, can go through the hall or through the vent. Five Nights at Yoshi's 2 nights are longer than Finance of Freddy's 2 nights. Finance of Freddy's 2 nights are about 7 minutes long according to what I found on Google, while Finance of Yoshi's 2 nights are about 9 to 10 minutes long according to me looking over the footage. You can turn off the jump scares. In Finance of Yoshi's 2, you can turn off the jump scares, while in Finance of Freddy's 2, you cannot. That's just self-explanatory. Now here are the things that are not confirmed, but it could be a possibility that could be true. Golden Yoshi doesn't appear in the hall. I haven't once seen him in the halls in all my runs. Seems like he only appears in front of your office. However, on one of my 1020 deaths, I could not tell if he bugged out or he actually appeared in my hall, but I couldn't tell. The two green Yoshis had either an extra attack phase or the last attack phase is visible before you enter your office. Alright, this one's a little doozy. In Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Toy Freddy and Wither Freddy can both be seen in the hall, but I have no idea if they have another attack phase after that, or that is the last attack phase. This means one or two things in Five Nights at Yoshi's 2. If the two Freddys in the hall actually had an extra attack phase but you can't see it, then in this case, the two Yoshi in this game, which is Wither Yoshi and Toy Yoshi, both had the last attacking phase visible that you can see it. Or if the two Freddy's last attack phase is the ones you can see in the hall, then the two Yoshis in this game have an extra attack phase. I have no idea which one's the true fact. Vent Yoshis will attack you for being on cameras for too long. This one's a weird one. So in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, if you look at the cameras too long, it's always the office animatronics that get you. Foxy has not already got you yet. But in this game, if you spend too long in the cameras, it's the Vent Yoshis will be the ones that will end your night if you spend too long in the cameras. But I haven't put on jump scares in Five Nights at Yoshi's 2 to tell you if that's true or not. Puppet Yoshis take a lot longer to get out the box than the original Puppet. I am 90% sure this is true, but I have not tested to be true. But in my experience with both games, it seems like Yoshi Puppet gives you more time to rewind the music box than the Puppet in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. What I mean by that is when they're both out of the music wind, it takes the Yoshi Puppet a lot longer to get off the box than the original Puppet. Toy Onion and Mustard could probably appear together at the same time. What I mean by this is that when you shine the light on the left vent, you can only see one of them. However, I suspected that both of them could appear in the same vent, but you only can see one of them at a time. I can definitely confirm that both can go back to back, but I'm not sure they can do it at the same time. My strategies in this game. It's quite simple, but involves luck. Flash Chili until he disappears, check both vents, make sure you don't hear anything from the vents before pulling up the camera, wind music box to full, or if you hear the vents going off, in this case, either immediately shut them off or try to fill it up halfway at least. Always pull up your mask when closing down the cameras for going for Yoshi, and if he does appear, wait until he disappears before removing the mask, and then you can repeat the process. It's quite simple, like I said. You should try to keep track on Mustard on his Yoshi noises. When you say Yoshi the fourth time, he should appear on the left side of the vent when you flash the light. For me, the right vent strategy does not seem to work in this game, so I had to come up with a brand new strategy, which is this one. Like I said, this run involves a little bit of luck. I don't know if it's a lot of luck, but I know it has some luck. And the run could be ruined by either bad luck or the one bug killer I mentioned earlier. The Bug Run Killer. If you watch my other parts in this game, you should know what bug I am talking about. If you don't, it's the mask bug. Basically, if you move too fast towards your mask, it can just not work. It happens a lot if you try to turn off the cameras and try to reach for your mask. Best way to combat this is when you're shutting off the cameras, simply move your mouse to the left. It seems like it always works in my case. Don't do an arch or a rainbow or a semicircle to reach toward a mask. Just move the mask to the left and it should work. Fortunately, I run into this bug only once or twice, and I got used to using that strategy before I tried to beat the 1020 mode. My thoughts on beating 1020 mode, and is it harder than Five Nights at Freddy's 2 1020 mode? Despite my frustrations on the compilation of failed 1020 mode runs, I beat it in about 4 to 5 hours, while in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 1020 mode, it took me 6-7 hours to beat it. So is it easier than Five Nights at Freddy's 2 1020 mode? Since I'm the first person that beat it with record proof, and if other people beat it and said otherwise, I think Five Nights at Yoshi's 1020 mode is just a bit harder than Five Nights at Freddy's 2 1020 mode. It's quite close, believe it or not, with all the different mechanics and strategies, but it feels like the same game. If the bug of Five Nights at Yoshi's 2 didn't exist, I would still probably think Five Nights at Yoshi's 2 is harder. If Five Nights at Freddy's 2 has a bit more luck, or if Five Nights at Yoshi's 2 had a little less luck, I would have said Five Nights at Freddy's 2 would have been harder. If Five Nights at Yoshi's 2 in the future has a better strategy that can help you beat the game quicker or better, then I can say that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is harder. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 1020 mode has been here for a very long time, just like Final Fantasy Yoshi's 2 1020 mode. The difference is, well, since I'm the first one to beat it, there is no strategies involved on YouTube like you can on Final Fantasy 2 1020 mode. And you can look it up bugs for that game, you can look up strategies for that game, you can look up sorts of other stuff to help you combat luck in that game. However, in Final Fantasy Yoshi 2, there is no strategy. There's no way you can minimize the luck without doing the work yourself, and it seems like this strategy what I came up with is the best I could come up with. Unless more people beat it or better strategies come up, I will be comfortable to say Final Fantasy Yoshi 2 is harder. Cannot tell you if it's a whole lot harder, but it is harder in my opinion. Thank you so much for watching. If you can take the time, I make polls, and if you want to check out the polls, that'd be very great. Vote on it. I care about that a lot more than people who say like and subscribe, but I do not mind those either. You can like and subscribe if you want to, but if you just have a little bit of time, just go to my community tab and vote. That's all I ask. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.